Hello, my name is Neil McCulloch and I'm one of the directors of the policy practice. I want to talk about some work that I did together with colleagues at the International Institute for Sustainable Development about renewable energy development in Indonesia. Indonesia is committed to getting 23% of its energy from renewables by 2025. Currently, it's around about 12%. But the actual increase in renewables over the last decade has been minimal, and the vast majority of the increase has come from coal, not from renewables. So at the current rates, it's very, very unlikely that they'll make that target. What is stopping renewable energy development in Indonesia? Well, it's complex. It's a country of 17,000 islands, but a large part of the problem is a political economy issue. First of all, there is the clientelism and political popularity, which we discussed in the webinar. Prices in Indonesia for electricity are much below the actual cost of generation, and particular prices for renewables are held down to be 85% of the price given to coal, which itself is subsidized heavily. And as a consequence, it's very difficult for renewables to compete. Also, no account is taken for the environmental benefits of renewables or indeed the environmental damage caused by coal. Secondly, there's a rent-seeking issue. And this is rent-seeking both in the sense of the rents from coal are a critical part of the underlying political settlement of the country, but also much more mundane way that PLN, the electric utility, is responsible for providing the fuels for diesel generators for many of the outlying islands. And that clearly creates a conflict of interest in its development of renewables. And then thirdly, there's a major issue associated with coordination costs. Many bits of government are keen on renewable energy, others oppose them. The independent power producers, both on the fossil fuel and the renewable side, you've got civil society organizations, communities. There's a major challenge in coordinating all of these various different actors around some kind of coherent vision. What are the research questions we might want to explore? Well, one is, what is the full extent of subsidy for coal at the moment? There is a very large one. To what extent are the political parties funded by the rents from coal and other natural resources? And thirdly, what is the public level of support for renewable energy, and how does it vary across different groups within the country? The operational implications, well, is it possible to shift policy to crowd coal money into renewable space? They're not about to disappear from the political platforms. Can they get them to support renewables? Is it possible to generate popular demand for renewables, and in particularly in locations which have got poor access? And is there perhaps some scope for modernizing or reforming the electric utility so that it takes renewables more seriously? These are some of the issues that we need to look at. Thank you.